Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are starting a new tutorial series, beginning with the first out of 10 new awesome modern houses. These projects are all compatible with all versions of Minecraft, so that's Minecraft Pocket Edition, PC and console. They're all survival friendly and very easy to build, and I'm going to give you guys different material options to make it that little bit more easy once again for survival. So I hope you guys will enjoy the following video, and let's get straight into business. Hey guys, so welcome back to the channel. It's been a while. I've taken a small break from Minecraft, but I'm back and ready to make 10 new awesome videos, as you guys can see. I'm not going to explain too much. There's going to be an update video out on Wednesday, where you guys would have already seen that. I haven't quite recorded that one yet. Which is going to be explaining everything. So if you're wondering why I've been gone for a little while, go check that out. This is Friday's video, of course. I think that's how I'm going to plan it anyway. And as you can see, this is a pretty sweet little small compact house. So what we're going to be doing today is of course building it. So let's get straight into business. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting down a stone slab here, another one, another one, another one, another one, another one. Just continue until it hits this wall. Then what we're going to be doing is layering it up again and again. And as you can see guys, there are some materials within this build that aren't that, survival friendly, but as I said in the intro to this video, I'm going to work around that with you guys and give you some alternatives to of course help you out a little bit, because if you are building the legitimate way of Minecraft, it can be more fun, but it can also be a hell of a lot more challenging. And of course gathering materials like quartz sometimes can be really challenging. So I've kept that in mind for you guys. So what we're going to be doing now is we're going to be building the table and chairs. Now for this you can simply use just different stairs. I mean, it's pretty easy really just to get around the different kind of material situations. Easier stairs, honestly, like stone stairs, sandstone stairs, I mean something like that. Just find a material which matches the property quite well. Sandstone stairs would honestly probably look fine, and then you could have maybe like a black piece of carpet on top here, just to kind of help it blend in a little bit better. That would probably help. So you're going to want to put the signs on the back there. Haven't played Minecraft in quite a while now actually, so getting used to the game. Everything kind of feels a bit weird on my keyboard. Haven't been using that much of my PC recently either, so I'm kind of adjusting again. So what we're going to do is bring this out by 4, as you can see, and then we're going to bring this back all the way until we reach the sort of border of our patio area out here. We're going to bring this across. You're going to want to bring this across, and then this one across, and you're just going to want to fill in this gap that we've just made right here. Now what you're going to want to do is delete this and bring it down by 2 blocks, as you can see, just like so. Now what we're going to be doing is deleting these blocks here, because we're going to need to bring the swimming pool sides down, and you're not going to want to look at dirt when you're looking down. That's just going to look horrible. It's not going to look good at all. So we're just going to be simply put in some stone slabs, as you guys can see down just right here. So just like that. Then what I thought was a cool swimming pool kind of flooring material was a lapis block. I've always liked it for swimming pools. I've always thought it looks really good. Also another thing is I understand many of you don't have my texture pack, so if you don't, I'd simply go for something like for example light blue stained clay would work fine. So once again, I'm adapting this tutorial for people that play on console, for people that may play on PC but choose to use default flows or some other texture pack. It's cool because this build is simple and it can be built in many different ways with many different materials. So what we're going to be doing next is we're going to start on the actual property. If you can't get quartz on survival, I'd recommend wool. It's super easy to get, as you guys know, and you don't have to go to the nether just to get it. We're going to be bringing this up by 3, 4, just like that. So then it's in line with the first floor height, as you can see. And then what we're going to do is we're going to overhang it, and we're going to overhang it by 1, 2, 3 blocks, as you can see. And then we're going to bring it up by 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks, just like that. And then what you're going to want to do is board off this area, just like this, and you're going to want to fill this in with either quartz, or maybe if you're struggling to find materials, or you just want an easy build, do it with wool. So that's another alternative right there. So we're going to be filling this in just like so. And then what we're going to be doing is focusing on the back, as you guys can see. So what we're going to do is we are just going to build this little wall right here that sticks out. I tried to make this build look really concept and kind of interesting, because there's a lot of small modern, builds on YouTube which are just very, very basic and very simple. And there's nothing wrong with that. Simple builds are, easy to create, they work, they're not too challenging to build. But I try to make something that's, small, compact, but it looks kind of funky, looks really different in concept, and I guess, just more unique than your average modern compact little house on Minecraft. So what we're going to do is we're going to fly in here, and as you can see, I've added these cool little kind of supports. So they're every every 5 blocks. So we're going to put one down here, as you can see, and then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you're going to want to place it on the 5th one just like so. As you guys can see, let me just check that everything is in line, because I have a bad habit when doing tutorials and just screwing these things up. So we're gonna bring this out, I think by about 4 blocks. That is correct, I do believe. Let me just check my measurements, because like I said, I'm fantastic, absolutely fantastic at screwing things up. So that's actually 3 blocks wide, just right there. And we're gonna bring this up all the way to the top, but we're actually gonna come up to the top, and then we're gonna add a slab on top of it. So it's gonna be in line with this wall right here, as you can see, just like so. And then what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be adding a wall to the side of this as well. So you're gonna want to bring this across, bam, like that, and we're gonna bring this all the way up to the top of this black wall right here. We're gonna bring it along, and we're gonna make sure I don't screw up again, because like I said, amazing at doing it, insanely talented at screwing up these videos. I'm not going to mention what attempt we're on today at creating this video, but it's impressively bad. It's taken me a few goes to not screw up the simplest of tutorials, but hopefully, fingers crossed, this is the one. We're going to be bringing this across now by 1, 2, 3, 4. Got it. We got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, as you can see, and these are now going to come all the way up to the top, just like so. Now, to bridge this across and not make it look obese, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be bringing this across with slabs and bringing the top across with slabs like that. So, it looks less chunky, it looks a little bit sleeker, it looks a little bit nicer. It just works better in general, I think. If you have that as a blocky front, it just looks really chunky and fat and not as sleek and modern. So I definitely made sure I changed that up for the tutorial, and it just looks 10 times better that way. What we're going to be doing now is adding some black stained glass just over the front. Just adds a little bit of privacy, but you still get the light that you need inside the build, so it's all good. Thinking kind of realistically, and I'm just going to change the time right there. Then once again, I said I try to make this build funky, I try to make the shapes cool, so what I did was I added a lot of wicked shapes to try and, make this build just kind of look a little bit more special. So we're gonna bring this all the way across, as you guys can see, all the way to here, and then we're gonna bring this all the way sort of to here, and we're gonna bring this out just to here, and then I've got this sort of gap in the middle, as you can see. Now some people might be like, this is open, you could get rain inside here, but rain literally does nothing in Minecraft to your builds. It doesn't destroy it, doesn't vandalize it. So I know there's some people that think super realistically, that are probably having like a mini fit right now in the background, but I mean, just think about it, guys, it's fine. Imagine there's just this insanely well polished glass there that you just can't see. Or maybe if you're in the BCS pack, you could add some glass rails, that would definitely work. But this is a legitimate tutorial. Now what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be filling this area within here with barrier blocks, or if you're on console, you can use string, because I've heard apparently you can't get barrier blocks on console yet. Don't know why they haven't added that. So we're going to be doing /give builds barrier, I think that's the command, which it is, or you can just use string for this if you can't get this block, so no worries. I don't know if you can get these in survival. Maybe you can just type it in and get this block in survival. Maybe you can. If you can do that, I mean, like for construction and stuff, getting across buildings to place blocks, that would be so handy. Or maybe you can't, I don't know. But what we're going to be doing now is we're going to be adding some carpet here, You've got that kind of nice two-tone between the black and the white here. Kind of changes it up a little bit. I did add black slabs across here, but the level was the same. Kind of looked a little bit boring, and I think the carpet just looked pretty smart. So that's why we went ahead and we added that. As you can see, we're starting to make some progress now. What we're going to do is fly around the front and just include this kind of cool wall that I added right here. So as you can see, this extends 2 blocks just across the property. So 1, 2, just like that. And then you're going to bring it down to floor level. You have a nice little side entrance to a tiny side garden. Of course, you can, expand it in your Minecraft world if you have the space to do so on your custom plots. There's going to be a gap of 1, 2, 3 blocks here, which is going to be your entrance to the build. It's not ideal for survival. I mean, there is a small chance that creepers, if they see you, are going to walk into your house and blow you up, which would kind of suck. So bear that in mind if you have a train of nasty things following you on your way home. But apart from that, I mean, it looks badass at least. I'm going to go with that. I'm just going to see if I used a full block right here just to fill in the flooring. So that's what we're going to be doing. You can just bring this all the way across, as you can see. So this is going to come across. There's going to be a little sort of hole on the right side in a minute, which is just going to leave like a little entrance for a staircase to be able to be placed across that. And we're just going to bring this all the way across just like so. This just simply comes out by 1 block, as you can see. And now what we're going to do is we're going to delete this. I'm going to go under. Now you can use whatever lighting block you want for this. I'm just going to go easy and use something like glowstone. For this one, it will work fine. This is going to add a little bit of light to your build, which of course, at night is definitely needed in Minecraft. And what we're going to do is we're going to extend these down. We're going to use the black block there and just extend that down. We're going to get some anvils out, which makes a kind of like sliding door sort of effect. You could literally imagine pulling across a glass door across that. Kind of works like that. Helps hide the glowstone a little bit, which isn't the prettiest of blocks. So that's another big benefit right there. Now this block, I think it's 43. I do have single player world edit installed, which I'd massively recommend to you creative builders to definitely get in Minecraft, because it just helps out and it saves a lot of time. What we're going to do now is we're just going to set to here. I'm going to set, I think it was 43. Yeah, it is 43. And we're just going to set it to right there. So we're going to delete that block right there, as you guys can see. And now we have flooring in our building, so that is a good thing. We're just going to extend it by 1 right here. And now we're going to make way for the stairway. So as you can see, it comes in by 1 block from the side and 2 blocks from this angle. So if I just get back in, so as you can see, 2 blocks, it goes there. And this is like the oldest of the oldest design for a staircase, a cool modern staircase, but it still works. If you guys have got some cooler, funkier designs that you want to put down, feel free to do so, but this is what I'm using. We're going to now delete the ceiling. As you can see, this staircase is pretty sleek, it's very simple, and it doesn't take up too much space of the house, which is why it's very beneficial. We're then just going to delete that block right there, and we're going to get out some glass panes right here. So I was confusing. There we go. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to put this around here. This is just going to help you so you don't fall off the side of your building while upstairs, and you could lose a little bit of health, I guess, and that would kind of suck. Now, as a cool interior detail, what I've just done here is I've added a simple painting, and I've also done that upstairs. As you can see, I've centered it in the room. If you guys want to do that, it's something simple that will just spice up the interior of your house a little bit, add a bit more life, add a little bit more color. And for the sides, what I've done is I've added these really, really simple trees, and they just look amazing. They just help liven everything up. They make it look a little bit cooler. And that's what we're sort of going for. And there's a 2 gap in between them, so it's important to also note that. So they're going to come up by 2, as you can see. We're then going to move along 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, just like that. Bam, bam, just like that. They just make the side of the build look a little bit more pretty as well. And that's just another little detail which I've added. So guys, that is today's episode of this modern house tutorial series. As I said, we're going to be doing 10 modern houses on this series. So there's going to be a video out every Wednesday, every Friday, and every Sunday at 8 PM GMT or 3 PM EST time, which is the East Coast American time. I know that's where a large majority of you guys come from, which is pretty awesome. So there's the times for you. Anyway, I hope you've all enjoyed this video. If you have, smack a like on it. It would really help my channel out and really help this video do well. Also, leave some nice feedback in the comment section. I'm going to try to get around to every single one of you. And yeah, stay tuned for some more awesome videos. Hope you guys have really enjoyed this, and subscribe for more awesome content. And please do make sure to hit the bell symbol next to the subscribe symbol, because it just means that you guys are gonna actually get notified when subscribed to me on when I, drop some fresh new content. So thank you all for sticking around, and hopefully I'll catch you in my next upload. See you guys later.